Love the outfit, by the way.
Thank you very much. It's caught a few eyes today. I can't make up my mind whether I'm going to do a heist or fit some plumbing, do some plumbing.
Doesn't it have to be red to be like, well, it's Squid Game, isn't it? Is that what you're going for?
Really? I never even thought about it like that.
Yeah.
It was on sale, I liked it, and I bought it.
Yeah. Wait, for anyone watching, it's a full blue suit, top to bottom with a blue hat. Not suit, what would you call it? Like a boiler suit. Yeah, let's go and have a quick move about. It was supposed to be more like 5 2-minute rounds of moving around, but he got in there and I think he wanted to remove my body from my head. You can watch it, Smith Gilby online.
I will.
It's got 4,963 views, most of them me. I look back at it every time Eddie does that to me in sparring. I watch the one win I've got. Yeah, look, she's got she's 100% dedicated to the sport, and she sort of divides opinions, doesn't she? Which is good. A lot of fighters don't do that, but it works for her, and she wants to move very quickly. And fair play to her, because a lot of people want to take those slow steps, but she wants to move quickly in this game, and she sees some big opportunities for her, and she's not far off from fighting for a world title next.
You know what they say? They say that the silent ones are actually
the scary ones.
There you go. October Red Boxing.
Love the outfit, by the way.
Thank you very much. It's caught a few eyes today. I can't make up my mind whether I'm going to do a heist or fit some plumbing, do some plumbing.
Doesn't it have to be red to be like, well, it's Squid Game, isn't it? Is that what you're going for?
Really? I never even thought about it like that.
Yeah.
It was on sale, I liked it, and I bought it.
Yeah. Wait, for anyone watching, it's a full blue suit, top to bottom with a blue hat. Not suit, what would you call it? Like a boiler suit. Yeah, that's my...
A bit serial killerish, even though it's not Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it would suit me.
I'll be surprised what suits you. And talking about what suits you, boxing?
Top knot. The top knot doesn't.
Boxing? Talk to me about sparring with Eddie Hearn while you guys were over in the US.
Do you know what the problem is? We're both a bit overweight, right? Actually, he's looking quite good, right? But we need to try and lose some timber. Okay. We need to stay active. And we had a ring up in the hotel, and we said, let's go and have a quick move about. It was supposed to be more like 5 2-minute rounds of moving around, but he got in there, and I think he wanted to remove my body from my head. So I'm suffering from a slightly bad rib currently.
Wow.
Can't lay down on it, but that wasn't inflicted solely by Eddie. I sparred 3 weeks ago. Again, I'm not very good, but I do it for fitness.
I like the fact that you're doing this, because you're not only involved in the sport as a promoter, you're actually taking part, which gives you more of an idea of what the fighters do.
Yeah, I couldn't go through 1% of what they go through.
But you understand it.
Yeah, do you know what? I had a charity fight a couple of years ago, and it was like the best thing I ever did, because I had like 3 months focused. I lost about 2 stone.
Fantastic.
Stopped the guy. He was a bit smaller than me, I think, but it made me feel good at the time. You can watch it, Smith Gilby online.
I will.
It's got 4,963 views, most of them me. I look back at it every time Eddie does that to me in sparring. I watch the one win I've got.
You know what? I might actually edit some of that and put it into this video.
Deal.
But
good bits.
We're gonna all bits. All bits are good bits. You won, didn't you?
I won.
There you go.
So just do the bit with my hand up at the end.
Okay, we can do that. And you talk about losing weight. What makes the weight come on? Is it this luxury, lavish lifestyle, travelling, not doing meal prep, because you're always all over the place?
Yeah, it is a track. Like I landed back Monday afternoon. I'm here Wednesday. I'm back home for a day. Then I go to LA. Like, I've got a great life.
Wow.
I'm not complaining, but it's very hard to not be a fat mess when you're spend a lot of time on a plane or a train or in a car up the motorway.
You know what you need to do, and I was thinking about this with some of you guys actually, because you're on the road a lot. I love when the lights turn off when I'm in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah, I like it. I look much better in the dark.
You should have meal prep guys that you actually take with you, so your diet's very strict.
I did, right?
So what happens?
It's bloody expensive.
But it's healthy.
I know.
But how much are you spending at these restaurants when you travel?
Yeah, but the food tastes better. A steak with like some mac and cheese and some chips is a bit better than like some dry salmon from 4 days ago from meal prep.
Right, I need to do some meal prep because you changed your mind.
To be
slowly.
fair, my missus did me meal prep, right?
Yeah.
And it was good while I was doing it, and then I completely forgot. And then I just went off the rails. So
It's going to happen.
I'm 16 stone 6. I've got to get down to about 14 stone, so
14.
not far off.
Yeah. Well, no,
I'll do that.
'cause you can
I'll do that by
Mate,
2024.
get running. Running is the way to get the weight off. But we're talking about
Anyway.
fitness now. This card, talk to me a little bit about this card and what your favourite fight is on it. Fair enough, it might be the headline, but what your favourite fight is and why.
I actually really like the Sandy Ryan fight. I think it's a good step-up fight for her. She wants to move very quickly. We saw her, I think her last fight was in Italy, a great stoppage to the body. So excited for that one. But the main event, obviously captures people's eyes. I think it's a real 50-50 fight. I personally think Lee Wood does the business. But I know a lot of people think the other way. So we're excited for that one. Michael Conlan's waited a long time, and I'm glad we got Lee Wood the opportunity in Nottingham to do this. He went in there, he did the business against Kanzu at fight camp in the summer. So I'm glad we're back in here. We've got around 10,000 people in here on Saturday night, sold out. It's going to be Irish. It's going to be all the Nottingham fans, and excited for it. It's going to be a lot of noise.
With your experience then, the fighters getting to be able to fight in their hometown, how important is that for those fighters? I mean, he's a champion, he's a title holder. How important is it for them to be able to fight in their own town?
Yeah, definitely. That's something we pushed heavily for, but it's going to be like a real mixed crowd in there. Michael Conlan sold a lot of tickets. You've obviously got Nagyarko on the card as well. You've got Gary Cully. They've all sold a lot of tickets themselves, so there is going to be a lot of noise for both of the guys in the main event. But yeah, it was good to get it in there. The last time we were actually at Nottingham was with Lee Falk. The arena was the night Jordan Gill boxed as well. 3 years ago. I think Eddie keeps saying it was when we did Yusuf Matt against Carl Froch. But it was actually 3 years ago we were at Nottingham. But it's going to be good to have a big sold out crowd in there.
Yeah. Sandy Ryan then, you briefly touched on Sandy. Sandy's jumping up to a 10 rounder. She's going in, I think, with Farias,
yeah.
26-5-1, something like that.
Good memory then.
She's got I like to study the opponent, especially when you've got interest in the fighter. Sandy's something different, and I'm going to try not to be biased here. You as a promoter, what are your thoughts on Sandy and her mindset and her attitude as a boxer in a male-dominated sport?
Yeah, look, she's definitely got them.
They're literally...
Something just fell on me.
They're just taking everything. It'd just be me, you, and the floor in a bit.
Yeah, and there'll be none of this left. We'll just have to leave this one until we're finished. Look, she's got she's 100% dedicated to the sport, and she sort of divides opinions, doesn't she? Which is good. A lot of fighters don't do that, but it works for her. And she wants to move very quickly, and fair play to her, because a lot of people want to take those slow steps, but she wants to move quickly in this game, and she sees some big opportunities for her, and she's not far off from fighting for a world title next.
And as a promoter, how do you find then the balance? Because like you said, some fighters would probably like to take their time, be a little bit more slower. Then you've got fighters that really want to push on with their career. How do you balance that as a promoter?
I think everyone's different. Some fighters who haven't had the amateur background, who are coming straight into the pro game, with 4 or 5 amateur fights, it's different. You have to take it slow. Like Campbell Hatton's a good example of that. Someone who didn't have a big amateur career. Conor Benn, the same. They didn't have big amateur careers, and they need to be built in a way. And we've seen the improvements, like you've seen the improvements in Conor Benn, but even in Campbell Hatton in his last fight.
Yeah, his last fight, yeah.
Sandy's a very talented amateur, and she believes she's ready to go at that top level. And she will do. Like I say, she'll step on from here, and she's close to a world title fight, if not next to the fight after that.
And moving on then from Sandy, we talk about Terry Harper. Obviously, she suffered a loss. She was quite open and honest about her feelings about suffering that loss, which I admired her for, because she actually admitted that she was embarrassed. At a home crowd, she felt like she let everybody down. She's stepping back in the ring on Saturday now, as going up a weight. What are your thoughts on that? And obviously Terry moving forward.
Yeah, look, she looks in great shape. She's another one where I think we were talking earlier about losses in boxing. When you step up and take on the best, like she fought Baumgardner, who was her mandatory, you have to respect fighters, who want to take on the best challenges. And she's she's still got a huge future ahead of her. Now she's moved up to 135, some big opportunities for her there, and I think, again, possible world title fight in her next fight.
Yeah, definitely. And then for the Matchroom cards moving forward, I know you've got a few dates that are coming up. Speak to me. I think the next one is, obviously you've got the 26th of March, and then you've got Conor Benn back out on the 16th of April.
Yeah, we've got Michael McKinson's fighting Ortiz in LA next week as well. So that's a great fight for him. Then Warrington against Martinez for the world title. Can't wait for that show as well.
How do you think that goes? Because the fought already, it's a rematch. Obviously, Warrington won the first time, but Kiko's one of these fighters. I'm really sorry to interrupt you there, but Kiko's one of these fighters that he's sort of like he's reinvented himself.
Yeah. No, I think he. I was talking. I can't remember who it was in San Diego we were talking about. I think Warrington wins it, but they were like, no way. Kiko Martinez does what he did to Kid Galahad. So it's a great fight. You can't ever. It's easy to look at these fights and go, easy. Like when Galahad fought, easy. But it's experience. When you look at Kid Galahad's career, Kiko Martinez is so experienced. Has been in there with the best. Has been around for years and years and years. And people sort of question, he's had a load of losses or he's older, as to he's finished. He showed that he's not finished, and I think it's going to be unbelievable in there. We've got 12,500, 13,000 people in Leeds for that. Always a great crowd, always a good atmosphere. So looking forward to that show. Got a couple of 4 Spain and Italy shows to announce in between April and May. Conor Benn, Chris Van Heerden was announced today, which is, I think it's a great learning fight for Conor Benn. People want him to move at such a pace. He wants to move at such a pace, but this allows him to learn and build in the sport. And then he'll go in against Kell Brook, he'll go in against any of these guys. He wants to fight Chris Eubank Jr. He wants to move up, to sort of 156 or around that weight. Whether that's even possible, who knows? Then you got McCarthy, Billum Smith on that card, which is a great fight. Zelfa Barrett against Farouk Korbanov for the European title. Then we go to Italy and Spain the week after that, I think it is, April 30, Taylor Serrano, which is, can't wait for that. It's sold so well, and it deserves it because it's a huge fight.
It is.
Jesse Vargas, Liam Smith on that card. And then May 7th, the big one we announced, Bivol against Canelo, which, isn't a foregone conclusion. Bivol is a great fighter. Canelo moving up to 175. No one can question him. He has done, he's done so much for the sport, but B, he always wants to test himself. So great fight there, and much more to come as well. So stacked schedule through, early on in the year.
Yeah, I think Canelo's one of these that literally lives by what he says: no boxing, no life.
Yeah.
I think that's all he knows. So I understand why he keeps on wanting to push himself, always challenging himself, as well as a boxer should.
Yeah, no, 100%. Look, people saying, he's ducking this much. He has faced everyone. He's done everything asked of him. And he wants to go up to 175, win a belt there as well. He's undisputed at 168. He's done that, and he's not afraid of fighting anyone. He will take on any test, and I believe, he's going to go down as one of the greats of all time.
Do you think he'll stay at that weight, or he'll just have a play with it and then go back down again?
I think, look, he's spoken before about becoming undisputed champion at 175. He's spoken about going to cruiserweight. I think he's driven by what excites him. So, this fight, Bivol is not an easy fight. But, after this fight, we've obviously got a second fight with him. Possibly, could that be Golovkin? That's a fight that I think people would love to see again. Let's see how things play out. But exciting future ahead for him.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, I know I could talk to you all night because I'm getting that vibe from you that I could, but I understand that they're shutting everything down.
They're chucking us out.
Yeah, but
getting rid of us.
We'll definitely speak again soon. So Frank Smith, thank you very much for your time, October Red Boxing, and we'll speak soon.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
And you. Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.